Kids like everything. Whenever I was young, I used to love this Dragon Ball game just because I didn't know that it was bad. But oh, was it bad. Really bad. The point is, as kids, we all liked games that, in retrospect, weren't very good. So how do some of our favorite childhood games stack up today? Well, let's find out. It's time for a Redux.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Who lives in a
Now, if you were a kid in the early 2000s, you've likely heard about this game somewhere. That's because for being a kid's game, it did surprisingly well for itself. It sold nearly 1 million copies on the PlayStation 2 alone, and Edge magazine ranked it at number 67 in the top 100 games of the 21st century. So does the game still hold up all these years later? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's dive right in. The story for this game isn't exactly groundbreaking. Plankton over here tries to do something evil, but it backfires on him, and all the robots he created get set loose on the town. Now at this moment, Spongebob and Patrick are playing some kind of game, but they give you this weird angle of Spongebob where the lighting almost makes it look like a horror movie. After this, Patrick makes an attempt at speaking Hebrew.
To be Alakazama Alabala Wisna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
And then we're off. Now Spongebob's house here acts as the introduction level, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't actually done really well. Now it basically just wants you to go around Spongebob's house collecting the game's currency, shiny objects. Now the reason the tutorial is really well designed is you can actually bypass the whole thing as long as you know what you're doing. Every single shiny object that you need to actually leave the tutorial level is just hidden in the first room and the secret back room behind it. This means that as long as you know what you're doing and you know where to look, you can skip going any further into the tutorial than right where it starts you off, and you can just immediately leave. Now that may not seem like that big of a deal, but it's a really welcome change of pace from unskippable tutorials where the game holds your hand through because it doesn't know if you can play it or not. Regardless though, I went ahead and played the whole tutorial anyway just so I could get a refresher on how to play the game. Spongebob will lose health every time he takes damage. Oh! There's really not a whole lot more to see here. You kinda just wander around Spongebob's house and you're taught how to play. Then at the end of the tutorial, you're given one of the game's main collectibles, a golden spatula. Now we can finally get to the real game.
Ah, there's nothing like the sounds of your own neighborhood.
So yeah, Bikini Bottom here kind of acts as your hub world. Here you can walk around and talk to a lot of different characters from the show. Now I don't know who this guy is that they got to voice Mr. Krabs in this game, but he sounds like he's in genuine pain. I mean, just listen.
But because you're gullible, I'm gonna help you out. And of course make a small profit in return.
That pain even translated to his character model too. I mean, I don't know that his eyes are doing so well. At one point they slide in a joke about Bubble Buddy being an alcoholic.
I've been in the soap bottle a little too long.
But we're just gonna go ahead and ignore that because I don't really feel like dealing with that in the SpongeBob universe too, and actually as a matter of fact, fuck you Bubble Buddy. The tikis that you see scattered around the world in this game are completely unique to it, and I think they're a great addition. They feel like a brand new idea, but they also feel like they have that SpongeBob theme to them. Also, there are just nukes kinda lying around the place, so watch out. Oh hey, I almost forgot, you can go into Squidward's house. Oh shit, get me out of here. Now we can really start the game with the first area, Jellyfish Fields.
Ah, the rolling green hills of Jellyfish Fields. A place to experience nature at its most raw, and sometimes a bit tender from the stings.
Here's where you encounter the first enemy in the game. Well shit, I can just kill these guys in one hit. This game's gonna be easy. Oh my fucking god, stop. This is a really great first level. It looks really nice, the music in it's great, and there's no shortage of things to do or to find. Throughout the area, you're introduced to most of the mechanics that you're going to use for the rest of the game. I bought this game when it first came out in 2003, and here I am 14 years later, and I'm still finding a ton of secrets that I just never knew about. And in collectathons like this, it's those very secrets that make you want to keep coming back. Alright, I can do this, just gotta stick to the right god damn it. They couldn't really balance the sound of this waterfall, and it ends up becoming insanely abrasive. Just listen to it. This ends up happening with every single waterfall in the area, and I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing to have wrong. Ah shit, I fell it. Was Spongebob just nude for a second there? Yeah, he definitely was. I mean, whatever gets you there, I guess. Okay, seriously, I don't know what it is about this game and imitation voice actors, but they all sound like they're being held at gunpoint. Just listen to Mermaid Man.
It's that sponge kid. And now, what was I supposed to tell you?
So after that horrifying dialogue, you get to go down the slide, which plays a sick guitar riff. Next, the game lets you play as Patrick, and you get to go into this cave. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say cave? I meant absolute hell on earth. I mean, spikes pop out of the ground, fireballs blow up all around you. I swear, at one point, God himself just comes out of the sky and kicks you in the teeth. This isn't even a difficult section, so I don't know why they decided to make an accurate representation of the 7th circle of hell here. Oh, so that's how that works? I'll take it. So after a while you get to have your first boss fight, and then you get to slide back down to the bottom. And that's the whole area. Now I ended up cutting most of it out of the video, but I recorded myself here in this first level for over an hour. I mean, I don't think I can really emphasize just how great of a first level this is. It's chock full of secrets, of things to do, and you're never really bored. I'm willing to put it up there as one of the best first levels of any video game I've ever played. But a great first level means nothing if the rest of the levels in the game aren't very good, so let's move on. The next area you can go to is downtown.
Downtown Bikini Bottom. Once a bustling metropolis, now a debris-covered crater.
There's really not a lot to show out of this level, and personally, I don't think there's a lot of fun to be had here either. Where the last level focused more on exploration and secrets, this one focuses a lot more on time trials and platforming segments. But here at the beginning of any 3D platformer, you're gonna find levels just like this one. I personally don't enjoy them, but I don't fault the game for it. I recognize that they're a necessity. Even still though, there wasn't a lot of interesting or fun things that happened to me in this level, so most of it's probably gonna end up being cut out. If it seems like I'm exaggerating here, I'm really not. The gameplay that you're watching right now is about how interesting the whole area is. But this is where they introduce Sandy, the last playable character, and she's pretty fun, so it gets some points there. Her segment takes place on the rooftops of the skyscrapers in downtown Bikini Bottom, and it's actually pretty fun. It feels like this level was designed around the character, and it controls really well because of this. Once you're back with Spongebob though, you get this combat trial. And for the life of me, I cannot find out how to get this middle tiki to explode here, but it's gonna be so satisfying if I do! Anyway, afterwards you get a whole level based off bungee jumping, and this is so boring. I just suffer through it, get the spatula, and get out, because I don't enjoy this level at all. And that's really it for the second area. Like I said, we didn't go over a lot, because there wasn't really a lot to go over. Let's hope the next area fares a little bit better. Next up we've got Goo Lagoon.
Goo Lagoon. A sun-drenched beach of sludge at the bottom of the sea. But all is not well here on Paradise.
Now this right here, this is another home run of a level. I mean, it's big, it's colorful, it's exciting, it's just a great level in general. It might even top the first one. When I was young, this was the level I always ended up coming back to, even when I thought I had explored everything, and I think it still holds up today. Even with the countless hours I put into this level as a kid, coming back to it today, I found tons of secrets I still didn't even know about. And I don't think it's a coincidence that these are the two levels I ended up liking the most, the two that still had secrets to be discovered. Over here with the sandcastles, they even have an Atari 2600 controller, which is a pretty cool little Easter egg. Alright, this is easy. I just gotta take nice and steady jumps and make it... Fuck! Alright, no harm done. I'll just go back up. I'll try it again. Alright, well, I miss it once. Okay, well, I miss it again. Alright, third time. No, fourth time. Fifth. Okay, yeah, fifth time's the charm. These aren't even fake. I just physically cannot function in any way at this cave. I mean, this right here, this is not the same footage copy-pasted. This is me dying the exact same way, not even 10 seconds after what you just saw. This cave could make good old Charlie Darwin proud. Well, after that absolute mess, you end up out here on the pier. This area is full of minigames you can play, and they're actually really fun, too.
Scar! Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
See ya. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to press this button, but you can just jump on top of it and skip it, so okay. I don't have to wait for the water to unfreeze to throw another freezy fruit on there. I can just do it now and it'll be taken care of. God damn it. Alright, I can make this. I can make this just a little bit long. So yeah, there was our third area. And even though I had trouble functioning for the better part of half an hour there, I ended up having a lot of fun in that level. Motherfucker. Anyway, that leaves us with just one more area to cover in this video, the boss fight. So there are 3 parts to the hub world, and each of those parts has 3 areas within them. After you beat those 3 areas, you can beat the boss. The boss after the first 3 levels is this giant robotic Sandy, and we have to beat her if we're going to advance any further. Luckily though, this boss fight is a lot more fun than it is difficult, so we can kind of beat it with ease. I think what's really strange here is I've gone my entire life thinking that you had to actually stomp on her in order to damage her, but then watching other videos on YouTube, you just have to stomp after she falls down. Anyway, first you have to attack her with Spongebob, and then Patrick, and then Spongebob again. And just like that, the boss fight's over, and you've unlocked the second hub world. I would show more of the boss fight, but honestly, it kinda suffers the same problem as Downtown, where nothing interesting really happens in it, so it's not really worth watching again. But now you've unlocked the second part of the hub world, and with it 3 wholly new areas. Oh yeah, also, you can go into Sandy's tree dome, but I'm going to personally advise you do not do that at any cost. Just look at this. I know I've joked around a lot about things bothering me in this episode, but as a child, this gave me real, genuine nightmares. I cannot stress enough how much this scared me as a kid. Patrick, what are you doing out there, man? Get in here and kill me! And with that monstrosity, we've come to an end of our first episode. This is part 1 of what I think will be a 3-part episode about SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I want to go really in-depth in this game and see if it's really as good as I remember it being as a kid. More importantly though, thank you so much for watching my first video, I really do appreciate it. Do you think this format's a little bit overdone with the retro reviews, or do you just want to see a wholly different format? Let me know your honest opinions down in the comments below. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. But if you want to see videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe to me. It'd mean a lot and it'd really motivate me to do more. And with that shameless self-plug, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits here. I'll see you guys in the next video.